In today's session, I am going to discuss about an important topic that's about magnetic moment of the revolving electron. First of all, let us try to understand the meaning of magnetic moment. Magnetic moment is basically defined as the product of current and area. It is denoted by the symbol M. M is the symbol of magnetic moment, and it is the product of electric current and the area. Fine. If there are several number of turns in a rectangular coil or a circular coil, which is current carrying coil, then the magnetic moment would be NIA. For example, we have here a rectangular current carrying coil which has area whose area is length into breadth, which is carrying current I. So the current and the area of this coil gives the magnetic moment of this coil. If there are several number of turns, then it would be NIA. Since magnetic moment is a vector quantity whose direction is always from south polarity to north polarity, which is just opposite to the direction of magnetic field from north pole to south pole. As we studied in the previous class, the direction of magnetic field is always from north to south, whereas the direction of magnetic moment is from south to north. If there is the sense of current in the clockwise direction, the upper phase acquires south polarity, lower phase acquires north polarity. Therefore, the direction of the magnetic moment is from south to north, whereas the direction of the magnetic field is from north to south. Fine. So, magnetic moment depends on the strength of current and the area of coil. But here is a topic, magnetic moment of revolving electron. Yes, where that electron is revolving. As all of us have studied that in every atom, at its center, there is a nucleus. And the charge of nucleus is positive because it contains protons. And of course, the nucleus also contains neutrons, but neutrons have no charge. And the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. And those electrons carry negative charge. Fine. Here, let me consider an atom. And at its center, there is a nucleus. The charge of the nucleus is positive. Z indicates the number of protons that are present inside the nucleus, whose charge is positive. Therefore, the charge of nucleus is positive. Plus E, the charge of proton. Z, the number of protons. And electron is revolving around the nucleus. Here, let me consider the direction of the electron is anti-clockwise. Minus E indicates the charge of electron is negative, and the direction of motion of electron is anti-clockwise. As we studied that, wherever charges are moving, there will be current. In other words, the electric current is due to flow of charges. Here also, electron is moving. Electron is revolving around the nucleus, which constitutes electric current. As we know that the current produced by the electron, I is equal to rate of flow of charges, that is Q upon T, rate of flow of charges. This is the basic definition of electric current. And electric current is a scalar quantity which is produced due to motion of charges, whether it is electron flow or the flow of electrons in a conductor and so on. Fine. So here the charge of electron is E. Therefore this equation can be written as E divided by T. E is the charge of electron and T is the total time taken by the electron to complete one revolution. So I is the amount of electric current produced by the motion of electron in one revolution. And we know that the speed of this electron, of course, the speed of the electron can be shown by drawing a tangent, which is known as the direction of velocity, linear velocity. Of course, since the electron is moving in the circular motion, it will have angular momentum also. It will have angular velocity also. Okay, the direction of velocity is always shown along the direction of tangent, or by drawing a tangent at a point, we can show the direction of velocity of the electron or any object which is moving in the circular path. And the direction of linear momentum is also in the same direction, because linear momentum depends on mass and velocity. The direction of linear momentum is in the direction of velocity. So therefore, the direction of linear momentum is also in the same direction. And this is, of course, the radius. Okay, this R cross P, what we call it is angular momentum. The direction of the angular momentum is along the rotational axis. Here in this case, it is coming upward. The direction of the angular momentum is along the direction of the axis. So angular momentum is the cross product of linear momentum and radius. Fine. What is current here? Rate of flow of charges. What is time period? As we know that speed is equal to, the speed of this particle is equal to the distance travelled by the particle in one rotation divided by time taken to complete one rotation. Distance travelled by the electron in one round is equal to perimeter of the circle, 2 pi r. And the time taken is time taken by the electron to complete one revolution, that is time period. So what is time period? Time period is equal to 2 pi r divided by v. Call this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. From 1 and 2, we can write that I is equal to the electric current that is constituted, that is produced by the motion of this electron. I is equal to E upon T. So the value of T here is 2 pi r by V, and then V goes to numerator. So we get I is equal to EV by 2 pi r. As we know that the magnetic moment of this electron, as we studied that, according to Ørsted, wherever current is there, around that there is a magnetic field. Here also, the current is constituted by the motion of electron. So, around this there must be a magnetic field. The direction of the magnetic field is from north to south, whereas the direction of the magnetic moment. And current is there. So, wherever current is there, there must be a magnetic moment. That magnetic moment is equal to here, current into area. This magnetic moment is denoted by the symbol mu. But in the previous topic, we have taken the symbol of magnetic moment is M. M is not taken here because M is taken as mass of electron. So in order to avoid confusion, mu is taken as the symbol of magnetic moment of the electron, and that is equal to product of current and area. Magnetic moment depends on current, and current produced by the electron is charge of the electron, speed of the electron, and distance traveled by the electron in revolution. Okay, so this is equal to current EV divided by 2 pi r into the area. The area of this circle is pi r square, and this is equal to EV. Pi cancels, r cancels. What we get is EV by 2. And the magnetic moment of this revolving electron, which we call it is orbital magnetic moment. L indicates the orbital angular momentum. This electron he is having orbital motion, and due to that orbital motion, it constitutes current. Due to that current, it has got magnetic moment. So this is called orbital magnetic moment. That is mu L. Mu is magnetic moment and L is angular momentum, orbital magnetic moment. Mu L is equal to, or simply mu is equal to, we can write mu also. Mu L is equal to EVR by 2. Yes, as I have told you that the angular momentum is the cross product of linear momentum and radius. Yes, we know that the angular momentum is a vector quantity. It is the cross product of two vectors R cross P. Cross product of two vectors C is equal to AB sin theta or RB sin theta. Here theta is 90 degree. The angle between linear momentum and radius is 90 degrees. So therefore sin 90 is 1. Sin 90 is 1. Therefore L is equal to RP. We can also write here with a unit vector. R cross P is RP sin theta unit vector. This unit vector specifies the direction of angular momentum, and this L is equal to RP n cap. And in vector form we can write that L is equal to RP. That sin theta is sin 90 is 1. This is in vector form and this is in scalar form. Then how do we write this one? RP is equal to RMV, because linear momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Mass here is mass of the electron, which is denoted by ME. Now here, these two equations, let me call this equation is equation number 3 and this is equation number 4. From 3 and 4, we can write the orbital magnetic moment of the electron is equal to EVR by 2. So I will make some adjustment here. E by 2ME into MVR. This V is velocity. This V and V are same. This V and that V are same. Okay, some adjustment I have made. E I have written, V also I have written, R also I have written. Some here I multiplied by M and divided by M. If M cancels, we get the same one. But we know that is MVR is nothing but the angular momentum of the electron. So let me write that the orbital magnetic moment of the electron is equal to, that is, E upon 2me into N, because this mass velocity into radius gives us angular momentum. Fine. But as all of us know that the direction of the magnetic moment and the direction of the angular momentum are opposite. The direction of the magnetic moment is into the plane. How? You see the direction of motion of electron and the direction of current. The direction of current is always shown against the motion of the electron, like this. This is direction of current. Okay. If the current is in the clockwise direction, upper face acquires south polarity, upper face acquires south polarity, lower face acquires north polarity. Therefore, the direction of the magnetic moment is from south to north. I repeat, the direction of the electric current is clockwise because it is against the direction of motion. Current is always against the direction of electron. So, current is clockwise. Whenever there is a clockwise direction of current, the upper face acquires south polarity. So, this is south. The direction of the magnetic moment is from south to north. So, therefore, cross mark indicates the direction of the magnetic moment is into the plane. What about the direction of angular momentum? You can see here, this gives the direction of linear momentum and this gives the direction of angular momentum. So, angular momentum is coming outward. Angular momentum is coming outward. The direction of the magnetic field is also outward. That is against the direction of magnetic moment. So, angular momentum and magnetic moment. This is magnetic moment. Angular momentum and magnetic moment are just opposite. Therefore, there must be a negative sign here. This is orbital magnetic moment. This is in scalar form. This is in vector form. E upon 2me into N. This indicates that the angular momentum and the magnetic moment are just opposite. And both substituted the value of E, mass of the electron, and angular momentum, and calculated the magnetic moment of this electron, which he calls it is Bohr magneton. Then how to find out the value of N? As all of us know that the orbital angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi. This is one of the postulate of Bohr. The orbital angular momentum of this revolving electron is equal to integral multiple of h by 2 pi. N is the number of orbitals. If the electron is revolving in the first orbital, we put n equal to 1 h by 2 pi. If the electron is revolving in the second orbital, 2h by 2 pi. If it is revolving in third orbital, 3h by 2 pi. But here in this case, the electron is revolving in the first orbital, therefore it is 1h by 2 pi. Substitute that 1h by 2 pi here. What you get is the magnetic moment is equal to E upon 2me into 1h by 2 pi. I have used this equation. E is the charge of electron. That is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. The charge of electron. And H is Planck's constant. That is approximately 6 into 10 raised to minus 32 joule second. And what is the value of mass of electron? The mass of electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. And the value of pi is 3.142. So 6.6 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second. If you substitute all the values, charge of the electron, Planck's constant, mass of the electron and the pi, here you get the magnetic moment acquired by this electron, which we call it is Bohr magneton. So with this, which completes the magnetic moment of revolving electron.